Welcome to the first episode of the SLS Show. I'm your host. I'm Dawn Flood from Student Leadership Services, and I'm here with some spectacular friends of mine. And so I'll start off and have my SLS co-producer introduce herself. Mindy?
Hi, I'm Mindy Willis, and I'm a prevention specialist at SLS, and I work with Dawn, and I'm taking care of our technology components to put this video together for you today.
Excellent. So glad you're here today, Mindy. And we have the SLS student producers of the SLS show that are also here with us today, tuning in. Let's start with Mackenzie to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I'm from Walled Lake Northern, and I am on the Student Advisory Board, and I'm a senior.
Excellent. And Diamond?
Hi, I'm Diamond. I go to Atherton High School, and I'm a senior.
Excellent. And Lacey?
Hi, I'm Lacey from Atherton High School, and I'm a 9th grader.
Awesome. And we have Isabel.
Hi, I'm Isabel. I go to Valley Lutheran High School, and I'm a sophomore.
Awesome. Excellent. And we are joined here today by some other wonderful students from across Michigan, but also in Florida that's tuning in. So we'll have them introduce themselves. We'll start with Corinne.
Hi, I'm Corinne, and I'm a junior, and I go to Walled Lake Northern.
Excellent. Thank you. And Faith.
Hi, I'm Faith. I go to Charlotte High, and I'm in 9th grade.
Awesome. Excellent. Glad you're here. And Kenzie.
Hi, I'm Kenzie. I'm a sophomore at Atherton High School.
Awesome. Perfect. And Natalie.
Hi, I'm Natalie, and I'm a 9th grader at Walled Lake Northern.
Awesome. And Haley.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm a sophomore at Walled Lake Northern.
Perfect. Excellent. And we're also glad that you're here today tuning in for the SLS Show episode 1. And what we're going to focus on today is procrastination. And in order for us to not procrastinate, we need to put our mind in line. All right, so how are we going to do that today? We're going to do that by talking about what are our daily responsibilities. And we're also going to figure out, do we find ourselves with no time, bored, or unproductive? And then finally, what can we do to solve this procrastination problem? So let's get ready. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is let's start with our responsibilities. So all you students, you'll need your piece of paper and something to write with for this activity. So go ahead and grab that, okay? But I want us to focus in on my responsibility wheel. Now, we've established before that Dawn really can't draw, okay? So please forgive me, all right? But what I need you to do on your piece of paper is I want you to draw your responsibility wheel. And in your wheel, you need 5 parts. So they don't have to be even, but whatever you need to do, you just need 5 sections of your responsibility wheel. So go ahead and draw that. So on one part of your wheel, and I don't care which part you use, you just need one, I want you to pick a part, and I want you to write down the responsibilities you have just for you, okay? Just for you. Responsibilities that you do just for you, to take care of yourself, to make yourself feel good, whatever that is, but it's just for you. I want you to write as much as you can in one part of that for 60 seconds. For 60 seconds, go ahead and write as much as you can. Responsibilities just for you. All right, so you just did part 1, the responsibilities you have just for you. Now, on another part, label it 2. And on this part, I want you to write down all the responsibilities that you have for your family. So that would include chores. That might include watching your brother and sister. Things that you have responsibilities to do in your family to help them out. So go ahead and take about 60 seconds and write as many things that you can think about of the responsibilities you have for your family. So let's see what we got for part 1 and part 2. Can I get a couple of volunteers? We'll start with part 1, which was the responsibilities that I have just for me, okay? That you have just for you, all right? So can I get some volunteers to share one or two things? You can go ahead and raise your hand. Okay. All right, Kenzie.
I got doing schoolwork and cleaning my room for
All
responsibility.
right, so we got schoolwork and clean room, things I do just for me. Excellent. Thank you, Kenzie. All right. Anybody else have one? All right, Lacey.
I put eat, sleep, schoolwork, and get ready.
Eat, sleep, another schoolwork, and get ready. Like ready for the day?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Excellent. Thank you. Awesome. All right, Diamond.
I said like doing my hair, taking care of my appearance, and working out and meditating.
Okay, all right. So hair, appearance, and working out. Perfect. Excellent. Anybody else have something different for the responsibilities just for them? Mackenzie.
I said like I have a responsibility to like my own money. So
Oh,
like it's up to me to like save, spend, not spend so much.
yeah, absolutely. Money. Okay, perfect. Yeah, excellent. Very good. All right. What about part number 2, which was responsibilities we have in our family? Okay. What are responsibilities we have in our family? Isabel.
I said like doing dinner, like making dinner and
Okay.
helping like take care of the dog.
Yeah. So making dinner, taking care of the dog. Excellent. Thanks. All right. Faith.
The dishes.
Yes. Okay. So dishes. Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Haley.
I said like waking people up, making sure people aren't sleeping in.
Okay. So waking others up. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Corinne.
Like taking out the trash around the house.
Say it one more time.
Like taking the trash out around the house.
Okay. So trash. Yeah. Taking trash out. Thank you. Yep. All right. Anybody else? Natalie.
Doing cleaning, like vacuuming or whatever.
Okay, yeah, so cleaning, vacuuming, okay, so those daily chores that we sometimes have. All right, excellent, very good. Mackenzie, did you have one that's not on here? Okay. Oh, unmute yourself.
I said I had like a responsibility to like uphold like my family name, so like kind of like you know how people like associate you with your family, so you have to make a good appearance, you have to like
Oh,
stuff like that.
so like reputation, like your family
Yeah.
reputation?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I have a responsibility to my like family's reputation and like making a good image, you know, does that make sense?
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure though, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. That's huge. All right, Lacey?
I help my sister when she has struggle with her math or when any of my family members just need help.
Okay, so help with schoolwork, okay, or family help. Excellent, very good. Diamond, did you have something to add?
I just wanted to add like staying safe, locking doors, make sure windows are closed, things like that.
Okay, so staying safe, so make sure your house is safe.
Yeah.
Excellent, very good. Wow, this is great. Perfect. I think I got everybody. Lacey, did you have another one? Your hand is up. Nope, okay, all right, cool. All right, so looking at your 2 parts right now, which part do you have the most in? Which part do you have the most in? I'm just kind of curious. Anybody? Lacey, which one do you have the most in?
Helping my family.
Helping your family, okay. Isabel?
Mine's the same thing. It's like the stuff
Family.
for me to do.
Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, I think a lot of us might have more in the family rather than us. All right, so let's move on to part 3, okay? So part 3 is about all the responsibilities you have at school, okay? Now, don't include like your extracurriculars here. That's a different part. So just think of school, the homework, the classes, and everything you have. So go ahead and take about 60 seconds and make a list for part 3, all the responsibilities you have at school. So everybody's got their part 3 is the responsibilities you have at school. Now, part 4 is the extra stuff, okay? What are the responsibilities you have for the extra stuff? So this is where your sports might fit in, your dance might fit in, your extracurricular clubs, SLS, stuff like that. So go ahead in part 4, write down all the extra stuff that you're responsible for. You just did part 4, which was the extra stuff, okay? So let's talk about our part 3 and our part 4. So part 3 was all the responsibilities that you have at school. Can I get a couple of volunteers to kind of share what are the responsibilities they have at school? Mackenzie.
I put meeting deadlines and being on time.
Yeah, deadlines, on time. Yes, thank you, Mackenzie. All right, Mackenzie.
I said being present and engaged and giving/taking ideas and criticisms.
Oh, that's good. Okay, yeah. So being engaged, present, okay, taking that criticism, okay, yeah, absolutely. Lacey.
I said you have to do your work and just be a good role model, like respect your peers and teachers, be responsible, be ready.
Yeah, awesome. I love it. Role model, respect. Okay, do your work. Perfect. Haley.
I said like be there for my friends and like just help anyone out who needs it.
Okay, so be there for friends, help. Excellent. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, all right. What about part 4, the extra stuff? What responsibilities do you have for that extra stuff that you're involved in? Because many of you're very busy. Okay. Kenzie.
I put softball and band and SLS.
Okay, softball, band, SLS. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Faith.
I said dance.
Dance. Okay, yeah. Dance takes up a lot of your time, for sure. Diamond.
I said mainly the things that I have to do in my groups rather than my groups. Like I have to inform the people in my clubs. I have to plan events, execute events. I have to help other students, tutor, things like that.
Okay. So plan, execute, inform. Okay. So your responsibility, the communicator type thing, making sure things happen. All right. Excellent. Mackenzie.
I kind of said what like Diamond said. I said giving 100% in every event. So like going above and beyond to make sure that everyone is like with it and present and excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent. Thank you. Anybody else? No? Okay. All right. So any idea what number 5 would be? Any guesses of what 5 would be? We have responsibilities for me, family, school, and extra stuff. What would be 5? Anything? Mackenzie? What do you think 5 is?
Friends?
Friends? Nope. Well, I guess it could be. Anybody else? Lacey, what's your guess?
I think it might be like the community.
Community? Okay. All right. So you're both kind of right, I guess. But what I would say part 5 is things that are not our responsibility, but we spend a lot of time doing it. So on part 5, what are things that aren't your responsibility, but you know you spend a lot of time doing it? So go ahead and take about 60 seconds and fill out part 5. All right, so let's see what you have for number 5. So this was the responsibilities we don't have, but we spend a whole lot of time doing these things. So what did you write in 5? Really curious about this one. What are some ones we have in 5? All right, Lacey.
I said that we shouldn't have to worry about things we can't change.
Okay. So we spend a lot of time worrying about those things we can't change?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So things we can't change. Yeah, that's a big one. Okay. Mackenzie.
I said like information, like it's not like sometimes people like expect me to provide a certain information that I don't know, and they're like, that's like my responsibility, they think. It's like to provide
Okay.
that.
So sharing information. All right. Anybody else? Oh, come on. You have it. Kenzie.
I put being on social media because I feel like that's a lot of things everybody does.
Thank you, Kenzie. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that one. All right, Faith.
Watching TV.
Okay, all right, TV. All right, now we're getting there. Corinne.
Taking naps.
Naps. Oh, I love naps. I love naps. Anybody else? Natalie, do you have one to share?
I just had like go outside or watching TV.
Okay, all right, watching TV. Excellent. Anybody else? Really, that's it? That's where you're spending your extra time? Nothing else? Come on. No? Isabel, what you have?
I just thought just laying on the couch. And just
Okay, all
sitting there.
right. Couch. Okay. Yeah. Nobody else? Haley, do you have one that you spend doing?
I mean, recently because of quarantine, I've just been like finding random stuff to do, like do a puzzle or something like that.
Okay. So puzzle, random things to fill time. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So looking at your responsibility wheels, okay, now which part it has the most in it? Is it still family? No, Mackenzie, which one had the most for you?
My after school activities had the most for me.
Okay, that had the most. All right. Anybody else? Which part of your wheel is the most? Diamond?
My after school activities also have the most.
Okay. So the extra stuff. Haley?
Same with me, after school activities.
Okay. So I'm sensing a trend here. Lacey?
Mine is school.
School. Okay. All right. Did anybody have the not our responsibility number 5? Anybody have that one as the most? Kenzie, you did? Okay. All right, so Kenzie did. All right. So doing this wheel, what does that tell us? Looking at your wheel and doing this, what does that tell us about the responsibilities you have? Anybody? Mackenzie?
That there's just like a lot of things that I just do like naturally that I
Okay.
don't really realize I like have a responsibility to do. So there's a lot on my wheel.
There's a lot. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot. Looking at your wheel, is there anything that ever gets left behind? Do you have anything that ever gets left behind that you put on your wheel? No? So you do them all? Haley?
I would say, like if I have to, if I'm in a crunch frame, I normally don't do the things that relate like for me the most. Like I do everything else first.
Oh, so you neglect you.
Yes.
Okay, you're not alone. Okay, all right. I expected someone to say that. Anybody else? Yeah, Mackenzie.
Actually, the one with the least on mine is my family responsibilities.
Oh,
So I guess I don't spend enough time with my family.
okay. And would you say your family would be the first one that perhaps you would leave behind because you're focused on the other?
Yeah, it sounds awful, but probably.
Okay. Yeah. No, and that happens. That happens. All right. So when you're looking at your wheel and you have to do all this, do you ever get stressed? Yeah, I see a lot of head shaking. We get stressed, okay? And so when we get stressed, we procrastinate. Oh, come on, I know all of you and you're all procrastinators, right? Which is why we're tuning in today on procrastination. All right, so we need to fix this. We need to fix that procrastination. All right, so before we can go into how to fix it, we gotta have a conversation, what is actually causing our procrastination? What is actually causing it? So my question to my friends here, why do we procrastinate? So let's put it out there, why do we procrastinate? Any takers? Isabel.
Because it's like there's sometimes where like I have big assignments and I don't want to do them, so I save them to the last minute, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I have to do that.
Okay.
Or it's just I don't want to do it at all.
All right, so they're big things, so we procrastinate it, or we just don't want to. Okay. We've all been there, right? All right, Diamond, why do we procrastinate?
I would say sometimes we procrastinate because we have a lot of things to do and we don't want to do all of those things. So we're like, oh, we're going to do it, and then end up not doing anything.
So we have too much to do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the things are too big, we just plain don't want to, or we have too much. Lacey.
I say sometimes we feel that there are more important things to do.
Yep. Yep, more important things. Okay. Natalie.
If you have a lot of things to do and you don't know where to start, you might put it off.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So if you have too much, you put it off, and then you don't know where to start. Yeah. Thanks, Natalie. That's for sure. Definitely. Anybody else? Kenzie.
I feel like we get overwhelmed a lot of the time, so we don't really store everything.
Yep. Get overwhelmed. Absolutely. Anybody else? All right. So, question. Okay. In any of these, we have big things we don't want to, it's too much, more important things to do. It's too much, so we put it off, and then we just don't know where to start, and we get overwhelmed, okay? So, is a distraction that happens with these things, is it because we're socializing with other people that we can't prioritize to get things done? Does that happen? Is that socialization? So I see some head nods, okay? All right. Is a contributor to these things because we're disorganized? Oh, okay, I see lots of heads going real fast. Okay, so we're disorganized, all right? Any contributing factors have to do with lack of motivation. Do we sometimes not have motivation to do these things, right? Especially if it's something that we're not interested in. Somebody said we just don't want to because we don't like it, okay? Do these things happen because we have a failure to say no? Okay, I know some of you very well, and you have a hard time saying no to things, okay? So when we have a hard time saying no, it's going to lead to us procrastinating on the other things, all right? And then the last one is a contributing factor to these, why we procrastinate, have to do with interruptions from social media. Okay, all right. So a lot of time waster things that I just mentioned that kind of interfere and cause us to procrastinate. So let me ask you this. Now I know right now all of you are at home doing your schooling, okay? Would your procrastination be the same if you were physically back at school? Okay, so I see yeses and I see nos. Okay, so let's start with yeses. Those that think yes, it would be different. Tell me why. Let's see, who said yes? Diamond. Why yes?
I say that it would be different because when you're in school, you often have a time limit. You go from one class to another class, and you often have to get things done before you go to the next class. When you're at home, it's kind of like, oh, this is just due by midnight. So you're like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then midnight comes. And you're like, oh, snap.
Okay. Yep, you got it. That makes sense. All right, who else said yes? Mackenzie.
I said yes, because I procrastinate, and especially because I'm a senior, and it would be a month before I get out this time, like literally a month to the date. I would be procrastinating so hard just because I was completely over it. So.
Okay. Yep. Anybody else say yes? Natalie said yes. Why?
Back at school, we have people telling us like what to do and stuff, and at home we don't.
Okay. Yeah. At school, you got teachers and people telling you what to do. At home, it's more laxy-daisy, right? You're more on your own. Okay. All right. So my no's that said no, it would not be different. Whether you're home or at school, physically at school, I want to know why. Where's my no's? All right, Isabel.
Because like at home, even if you don't have the motivation, it wouldn't be different at school because you still won't have the motivation for it. Yes, you have people like pushing you to get it done, but you're like, yeah, I've already started it. I'm almost done with it. And like, you haven't even started it. Like, I can't say how many times I've told people, yeah, I'm almost done with it. And I haven't even started it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I meant to say no. Didn't mean yes. I meant no. Didn't understand the question. I meant no.
Okay. So everything you said was actually no. Okay. Gotcha. Anybody else? Why would it not be different if you were physically at school with your procrastination? Lacey.
I feel that it wouldn't be different because if you're procrastinating at school, you probably would just procrastinate at home too.
Okay. All right. Good. Anybody else? All right. Excellent. All right. Help us with procrastination. Okay. There's a bunch of things, but one of the simple methods that I like to use, I call the RAC. R-A-C. Okay. So on your other piece of paper, okay, we are going to figure out what is this RAC method that can help manage our time so we don't procrastinate. Right. So the first R has to do with record. Okay. Now, I know it's late in the day, but what I want you to do for your first R, which is record, I want you to make a list of everything you did up to this time right now. Okay. So everything you did today, I want you to make a list. And then at each point that you write down, I want you to estimate how much time did you spend on that. So when you ate your Cheerios for breakfast, how much time do you think you spent eating your Cheerios today? Okay, so make a daily record of everything you did today and how much time. Go ahead and take a minute and do that. So the first one is record, and recording everything that you did so far today. And I know a lot of you must be really, really busy because you were recording a lot, all right? So after we record everything that we did so far in our day, and we put an estimate amount of time that it took us to do those things, the second thing we need to do is the A, which is the analyze, okay? So this is where we analyze our list that we just created. And what I want you to do is I want you to look at your list, and I want you to circle the top 5 biggest time wasters that are on your list, and then add up how much time that was. So the 5 biggest time wasters on your list, and then add that up. Okay. So after we analyzed and we were honest, okay, of 5 of our top time wasters, and we circled those, then it comes for the final C, which you probably could figure out what the C stands for. And that's the change. What is it we need to change? So looking at everything that you recorded in your daily list of what you've done so far today, and then you analyze the 5 top time wasters, this is your change. What is it that you want to change? So go ahead and take a minute, look at your list, and kind of review that, and come up with what is it you want to change. So after you did the rack method, okay, to help us prioritize, we recorded, we analyzed, and then we figured out what we need to change, okay? Can I get a volunteer to kind of tell us what did they discover doing this process, what they need to change? Anybody want to share what you discovered, what you need to change? Faith.
I need to change looking at my phone and watching TV.
Okay, all right. So maybe you spend a lot of time doing that. So yeah, back that off a little bit on your time. Haley.
I realize I spend a lot of time like eating breakfast or something like that. Like I'm not like eating, I'm just sitting on my phone and just trying to wake up.
Okay, all right. So recognizing that, and we need to change that. Excellent. Anybody else? Lacey.
I need to spend less time online.
Okay, spend less time online. All right. Anybody else? Mackenzie.
I said I needed to wake up earlier and have a more structured schedule to the day.
Okay, excellent. Very good. Anybody else? Kenzie.
I played because I was doing my schoolwork and I was also watching Netflix at the same time. So I feel like if I was just doing one of doing my schoolwork without watching Netflix, I could have done it a lot quicker than I did.
Okay. All right, excellent. Very good. All right, so it seems like doing the rack process, every one of us learned something looking at our daily record of things that we can change, okay? All right, so before I give you kind of the final tip that can help us with our day so that we don't procrastinate, I want to hear from you. So could I get a couple students, and I'll start with the student show producers, of a tip that you have that helps you not procrastinate? Is there something particular you do? Lacey.
So my school gave us this student planner, and when I was at school I used to write for every single day, everything I did every hour, and if I had to study for a test I'd write study tonight and say what hour or class I have to study for, and it really helps.
Okay, yeah, excellent. All right, perfect. Writing it down, making a planner, making a schedule. Isabel.
I just said setting goals and having incentives. So if you're not motivated to do it, then let's say you get something done, you're then I'll go watch Netflix for 45 minutes or watch one episode of this or whatever. And another thing I learned with the working on schoolwork from home is get the hard things done first.
Okay.
Because if you do the easy stuff first and you have the hard stuff left, most likely your teachers will not answer you until the next day that it's due.
Okay, perfect. Good advice. Diamond.
For me, I'm really bad with time management and also kind of remembering. So with my online schoolwork, I have to do it as soon as I get it. If I see a teacher has put up an assignment, I have to do it right then. And also I will set timers to get things done because I'm really bad with just time. So I'll be okay, well, I have an hour to do this assignment. So I know I have to finish it before that hour so I can move on to something else. I can't do anything until I finish it.
Gotcha. Excellent. Thank you. Corinne, did you have a tip that you have?
I said just setting out your materials the night before, so once you wake up you know what you're supposed to do. And it kind of motivates you to oh, let me just sit down and do this since it's already out for me.
Yep, absolutely. Anybody else? Haley, what's a tip you have?
This is kind of weird, but I like put my phone in a different room, like in my brother's room or my mom's room, because like I have to physically ask that person like to come in their room to get their phone, and normally I just want to lay down and do whatever I'm doing, so it helps me stay on track.
Okay, excellent, perfect. Anybody else? Words of wisdom that helps you, Kenzie?
I put like thinking of like the end result of like what will happen like after you do something. So it like motivates me to do it, so I know like what I will get out of it and how it'll benefit me.
Okay, excellent. Anybody else? Natalie?
I kind of just want to get things out of the way as soon as possible, so to just get it like done.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it done out of the way. Perfect. Okay. All right. I guess we're ending our show. It's getting close to the end, right? Things are packing up for me. All right. So I kind of want to go back to one of the things a couple of you said, and you said about doing the easy things first. Okay. So in order for us to stop procrastinating, there's 3 things that we have to stop doing. First one is we have to stop lying to ourselves. Okay. We have to stop lying. Second, we have to stop putting things off. And third, we have to stop doing things late. And all 3 of those, I know, okay, doing our rack, we probably figured we'd do those things, right? So how do we do that? What does it look like? First of all, okay, you need to eat an elephant. And you're probably wondering, Dawn, what does eat an elephant mean? After today's show, I want you to Google eat an elephant, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But what eat an elephant has to do is organize what you need to do in little segments. Take it apart. That's what eat an elephant means, okay? Second thing you do is pick off the goblins. And some of you said this. Do what you like first, and then work your way up. Pick off the goblins, all right? And then the third, ignore the sirens, okay? Clear away any of those distractions, those Netflix that you have on in the background. Turn off your notifications on your social media to get things done. You have to ignore the sirens, okay, to get rid of those distractions. So if you eat an elephant, pick off the goblins, and ignore the sirens, it's going to help you, okay, not procrastinate. So the last thing that I'll leave you with before we end our show today is something that I do, and I actually do this daily, and it really, really helps me. And so you can borrow it, all right? So you might want to jot this down so that you have my method, okay? And I call this my day, all right? And so how I break my day up is I start with writing down my top 3 goals. What are my top 3 goals for my day? And it doesn't matter if it's a Saturday or if it's a Monday. I write down what my top 3 goals are, okay? Then I write down my to-do list for that day, all right? I write down everything that is in my head that I know I need to get done today. And usually it goes with what my goals are. In order to accomplish my goal, this is what I have to do. So your to-do list, all right? Then what I do is I write my schedule. So if I know I have to be at Walled Lake Northern High School at 12 o'clock, I would put that on my schedule. At that time, I'm busy. So obviously I can't work on my goals or my to-do list if I'm physically somewhere else, okay? So I write down my schedule for that day. Another thing I do is I make a to-do for myself, all right? Now remember, that was one of the parts in our wheel, okay? The responsibilities I have for me. And some of you said, that's the thing that gets pushed off, right? So write down 1 to 2 things that you do, that you want to do for yourself that day, okay? And then I end with any notes that I want to remember, okay, to help me get through the day, or something that I think I'm going to need to remember for tomorrow. I kind of just jot them down. And then I put a daily gratitude. Now, sometimes I'll do my daily gratitude right at the beginning of the morning, okay? And then other times I'll wait until I kind of end my day before I kind of go into relaxation mode. And I kind of write, what am I grateful for that day? And it might be as simple as I accomplished my 3 goals, okay? Or it might be as simple as if I didn't accomplish my 3 goals, maybe I am grateful, okay, that I did the best that I could. So that's kind of what I do in a day that helps me not procrastinate, and it helps me remember to eat an elephant, pick off the goblins, and then ignore the sirens. So that's kind of what I do. So feel free to kind of use my method. If you're a journaler, some of you are bullet journals, that might be something good that you want to do. So as we kind of close out, would anybody like to share something that they learned today that will be useful for them, that they'll kind of take with them? I always love to hear your thoughts. Corinne. Okay, maybe not Corinne. Her hand was up, I was just wondering. Anybody else? Something that you'll kind of remember and that's useful? Lacey.
I learned that planning out your day can help you procrastinate less.
Okay, yeah, and it's as simple as that. Perfect. Anybody else? A tip someone said, or one of the methods, a rack method or the elephant method? Kenzie, sorry.
By like doing like the easy things first, like for schoolwork while we're doing it at home, like doing the easy things, the hard things first would be beneficial.
Okay.
Doing the easy things first.
All right, so start with the hard things. Okay, excellent. All right, Corinne, is your hand up? Okay, guess not. Okay, excellent. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in to the SLS show today on procrastination. Join us next Tuesday at 4 o'clock, and next week's topic is on organization, which makes sense. If today we're talking about procrastination, we need more tips on how to organize our life, okay? Especially when we are so busy. A lot of you said your part 4, okay, of the extra stuff, all right, is real busy, and so we kind of put off the other parts of our wheel. So thanks for joining, and I hope you register and tune in and tell your friends to join the SLS weekly show on Tuesdays at 4. So thanks so much.